Have you ever noticed how one simple object can change the entire atmosphere of a place? For Saint Padre Pio, one of the most beloved saints of modern times, that object was the cross. He often spoke with deep conviction about the power of faith and the profound significance the cross holds in our lives. To him, the cross was far more than a piece of wood or metal. It was not just a religious symbol to hang on a wall. It was a spiritual weapon, a visible sign of God's presence, and a constant reminder of his unfailing love. Many Christians have a cross in their home, perhaps above their bed, hanging in the living room, or near the entrance where every visitor can see it. But have you ever truly stopped to wonder what happens when you keep the cross in your home? Padre Pio understood that it's not a passive decoration. It carries with it a living, spiritual reality. In fact, there are three powerful things that can happen, and they have the potential to transform your life in ways you might never have imagined. First, a home with a cross becomes a dwelling place for God's protection. When you place a cross in your home, you are making a bold declaration to both heaven and earth. This house belongs to Jesus. The cross is a victory banner, proclaiming Christ's triumph over sin and death. Where God's presence rests, darkness cannot prevail. Countless believers have testified to experiencing a deep sense of peace and security simply from having a cross displayed in their home. It's more than a symbol. It's a silent guardian, a visible sign that Christ himself watches over you, shielding your family from spiritual harm. The enemy despises the cross because it marks the place of his defeat. When you see it in your home, it's as if you are looking at an unshakable shield, reminding you that no matter how violent the storm, God is your protector. Second, a cross in your home strengthens your faith. Life can be heavy, unpredictable, and sometimes deeply painful. In those moments, faith can feel like a flickering flame in the wind. But when your eyes fall upon the cross, something within your heart is stirred. It is as if Christ himself is speaking, reminding you of his sacrifice, his endurance, and his unchanging love for you. Each glance at the cross whispers a quiet truth. No matter how difficult this road becomes, I have already walked it for you. Jesus has already fought and won the greatest battle on your behalf. When doubts creep in, when trials shake your heart, the cross stands as a steadfast reminder. Hold your ground in faith. For many believers, keeping a cross in their home changes the rhythm of daily life. They find themselves praying more often, pausing to reflect on God's word, and drawing closer to him in ways they never expected. The cross stops being a simple wall ornament and becomes a living source of daily inspiration, a steady wellspring of strength for the soul. Third, the cross brings peace and unity into a home. A household that displays the cross is a household that proclaims Christ as its cornerstone. Families who keep the cross within their walls often notice a deeper harmony among them, a unity not built on perfect circumstances, but on shared faith. The cross becomes a quiet teacher, urging us to love more generously, forgive more quickly, and be patient with one another. In moments of tension, its silent presence calls us to humility. It reminds us that true love is always sacrificial, and that reconciliation is worth pursuing even when pride resists. Many have testified that simply placing a cross in their home marked the beginning of a new chapter, one where peace seemed to linger longer and hearts were more open to healing. This is no coincidence. Where Christ is honored, his presence brings love, restoration, and a peace that the world cannot give. If you have a cross in your home, know this: you are inviting God's presence, his protection, and his peace into your life. Let it be more than a decoration. Let it be a daily reminder of your faith, a silent call to pray, to trust, and to walk in His love each day. And if this message has touched your heart, take a moment to reflect on the role of the cross in your own life. You might wish to share your experience in the comments, offer a prayer of gratitude, or simply keep this truth close to your heart. Stay steadfast in faith, and may God's blessings overflow in your home.